Introduction to the Oscilloscope, Part B.
We will now use the oscilloscope with two function generators. Attach one end of a BNC cable to channel A on the oscilloscope. Attach the other end to the output on one of the function generators. Attach another BNC cable to the other channel of the oscilloscope and attach the other end to the other function generator. Turn on the oscilloscope. Set the mode to channel A. Set these two switches down here to AC or DC, but not the middle. Set the trigger source to INT or internal. Turn the first function generator on. Choose a frequency around 4000. It'll work a little better for what we're going to do with this oscilloscope. Make sure it's a sine wave. All of these buttons should be out. The output voltage should be at about half. You may have to adjust the trigger to get the signal to display. Adjust the voltage so that the sine wave takes up about half of the screen, and adjust the horizontal display to get just a few waves on the screen. Use the ground adjust to put the sine wave in the upper half of the oscilloscope. Switch this switch to ground, which is the middle setting, and switch the trigger source to line. Now you can adjust the ground line to be conveniently on one of the lines of the oscilloscope. Set the switch back on AC and set the trigger back to internal. Turn on the second function generator. Also, set it at about 4000 Hertz, close but not equal to whatever the bottom is set to. Also, make sure you have it set on sine wave, all of these buttons out, and the output is at about halfway. Set the mode switch to dual so that both signals are displayed. Use the voltage and position adjusts to put the second signal in the bottom half of the screen. You may have to adjust the trigger to get a stable picture. Now switch the mode switch all the way down to the word add. This actually adds the two signals together like math functions. It doesn't look like much now, but if we compress the time axis, we can see what's really going on. This is called a beat frequency. It happens because sometimes the peaks of the two waves line up, and sometimes the troughs of the two waves line up. If these were two sound waves being added together, it would sound like wow, wow, wow. Adjust one of the function generators to be closer in frequency to the other function generator. Notice that as they get closer, the beat stretches out. And as they get farther from each other, the beat shortens. Many professional musicians use the beat frequency to tune guitars and pianos. Now, switch the mode back to dual. And you can adjust the time sweep to display a few waves. If you look over at the time sweep knob, fully clockwise it says channel B. Turn the time sweep knob all the way clockwise. This graphs channel A versus channel B instead of both versus time. Now try to adjust both frequencies so that they have the same value. It's drawing the signal as fast up and down as it's drawing it left to right, and it gives this oval shape. You can center it on the screen if you want by using the ground adjust knobs on the two channels. This is the simplest of what are called Lishizou figures.